Welcome back, everyone, to our slow and friendly English learning podcast. I'm me, your English teacher who drinks too much coffee but still tries to speak calmly. Today we have Daniel with us again. Hello, Daniel.
Hi, me, and hi to everyone listening. I'm excited to be here, even if my English still gets confused sometimes.
Don't worry, confusion is part of the journey. If English were easy, I think half of us teachers would be out of a job. So, Daniel, how are you feeling today?
Pretty good. I practiced some English yesterday with my neighbor. She told me I sound more confident, which I think means less like a scared duck.
I love that image, a brave duck speaking English. That's progress. So before we dive into today's topic, let's warm up with something light. What did you do this morning?
Well, I woke up late. Again. Then I made breakfast, only toast and eggs. I wanted to make pancakes, but I didn't have milk. I thought about going to the store, but it was raining, so I gave up immediately.
Wonderful commitment. And what did you do after that?
I listened to some English songs, slow ones. Then I tried shadowing, repeating the sentences out loud. But my cat stared at me like I was doing a magic trick badly.
Cats are the strictest teachers. If you can pass the cat test, you're ready for anything. Anyway, today we're going to explore a topic that is extremely useful in daily life: how to disagree politely in English. But before we go there, let's build up the conversation naturally, like a real podcast.
Sounds good. I already know how to disagree impolitely in my language, but politely, that's the challenge.
Exactly. Many learners worry that disagreeing will sound rude, especially in English, but it doesn't have to be. English actually has many soft, gentle ways to say, "I don't think so," without hurting feelings. But let's slow down. We'll build toward it step by step.
All right, so maybe we can start with talking about opinions?
Great idea. Let's warm up with something simple. Daniel, what's a movie you like?
I like Finding Nemo. It's cute, and also stressful sometimes. That shark scene still scares me a little.
Funny, I actually think Finding Nemo is one of the most relaxing animated films.
Really? Relaxing? There's literally a scene where a fish gets chased by 3 sharks.
True, but the colors, the music, the little bubbles, it feels peaceful to me.
I guess everyone has different feelings.
Exactly. And now let's pretend I really thought you were wrong. How could I disagree politely? For example, I might say something like, "I see your point, but for me it feels relaxing." Or, "I get what you mean, but I have a different view."
That sounds gentle, like a soft pillow of disagreement.
Yes, that's the vocabulary level we love. Comforting, simple, clear. But we're not going to jump ahead. First, let's talk about how opinions work in English conversations. Daniel, let's share a few opinions. Listeners, you can repeat at home. Daniel, tell me, what food do you enjoy most?
Pizza. Cheese pizza. Extra cheese. So much cheese that it becomes a cheese situation.
Beautiful. And what food do you dislike?
Broccoli. I know it's healthy, but the taste feels like sadness.
So, if someone says broccoli is delicious, how do you normally react?
My natural reaction is, no, it's not. But I guess that's not very polite.
Exactly. Direct disagreement can sound strong, even if you don't mean it to be strong. English speakers use softer forms to avoid sounding aggressive.
So what should I say instead?
Something like, "I'm not a big fan, to be honest." Or, "It's not really my favorite." Or, "I know many people like it, but I prefer something else."
That sounds polite and less dramatic.
Yes, and also less painful for the broccoli lovers.
So this podcast is about disagreeing politely.
Yes, but we'll get there slowly. Let's first make listeners comfortable with expressing ideas. Tell me, Daniel, what's something you enjoy doing on weekends?
Going to the park, because trees don't judge my English.
Trees are very open-minded. What do you do in the park?
Sometimes I read, sometimes I just sit and watch people, sometimes I lie on the grass and think about life.
And what would you say if someone told you reading in the park is boring?
I would say I disagree.
Good start, but let's soften it. Instead of I disagree, you could say, I see where you're coming from, but I find it relaxing. Or, I get that it might feel boring to some people, but I enjoy it. Or, that's an interesting point, but I actually like it.
These phrases feel polite, but also long.
Politeness often takes more words. It's like building a soft landing.
I see. So English politeness equals more words.
Often, yes. Let's try a little practice. I'll say something, you disagree politely.
I'll try.
I believe pineapple on pizza is amazing.
I get that some people enjoy it, but for me, it's not great.
Wonderful, and still polite.
I'm learning slowly.
Slowly is perfect. Slow learning sticks better. Let's imagine a real-life situation. You're at a friend's house and they ask, "Do you like my new haircut?"
Oh no, that's dangerous.
Exactly. If you don't like it, you can't just say no. So what can you do?
Maybe it's very different.
That's a classic safe answer. Listeners, please note, different is one of the most useful polite words when you don't want to lie but also don't want to hurt feelings.
Right, because different means everything and nothing.
Exactly.
This feels like survival training.
In a way, yes. English politeness is a survival skill. Now let's zoom out. Why is polite disagreement important?
Because people have different opinions?
Yes, and because English speakers often pay attention to tone. Even small differences in phrasing can sound rude if you're not careful. So if you want friendly conversations, soft disagreement helps a lot.
That makes sense. I've heard people say, I'm not sure about that, instead of you're wrong.
Exactly. English has many small phrases to create space for disagreement. Okay, listeners, now we enter the main topic. Here are the common ways to disagree politely, especially for A1 to B1 learners. We'll explore each one naturally through dialogue.
Let's go.
Daniel, say something I can disagree with.
I think rainy days are the best.
I see your point, but I prefer sunny days.
That sounds soft and friendly. I believe studying at night is easier.
I understand what you mean, but I study better in the morning.
Cats are better than dogs.
I'm not sure I agree. I love both in different ways.
Everyone should travel alone at least once.
I get your idea, but some people may not feel comfortable with that.
Coffee is better than tea.
Actually, I have a different opinion. I like tea more. Listeners, let's break down why these phrases work. They do 3 things. They show respect, they acknowledge the other person, they present your idea calmly.
So it's basically, I heard you, I respect you, but here's my view.
Exactly. Let's imagine you and I are planning a weekend activity.
Cool.
Daniel, let's go camping this weekend.
I see why you like camping, but I don't really enjoy sleeping in a tent.
Great, and then you can offer an alternative. Maybe we can go for a day hike instead.
Now let's try a workplace scenario. Daniel, I think we should finish this project today.
And what would you say if someone told you reading in the park is boring?
I understand, but I think it might be better to take one more day so we can check everything carefully.
Excellent. Very professional, very calm. Another scenario. Daniel, I think social media is bad for everyone.
I get what you're saying, but I think it can be useful if we use it carefully.
Perfect balance. Let's recap the key phrases our listeners can use. I see your point, but I understand what you mean, but I'm not sure I agree. I get your idea, but actually, I have a different opinion. That's interesting, but I feel differently. I know many people think that, but I respect your view, but mine is different.
These are great. Listeners can write them down.
Another helpful trick is using softening words. Maybe, a bit, a little, kind of, not really, to be honest, for me.
Can I hear an example?
Sure, I think this restaurant is amazing.
Maybe, but for me, the food is a bit too salty.
Very natural. Many learners make a few mistakes when disagreeing. For example, mistake 1, using no as the first word. Better, start with something soft. Mistake 2, using strong verbs like hate, never, always. Better, use moderate words like don't really like, not a big fan, prefer. Mistake 3, sounding too direct. Better, add one softening phrase before your opinion.
Can we see a wrong and right example?
Sure. Wrong, your idea is not good. Right, I'm not sure about that idea. Maybe we can try a different one. Let's do a longer example so listeners can hear how these phrases work in a real conversation.
I'm ready.
Daniel, I think smartphones make life easier.
I understand why you say that, but sometimes I think they make life more stressful.
That's interesting. Why do you think so?
Because people spend too much time on them, and sometimes I feel I must answer quickly.
I see your point. For me, they're helpful for navigation and communication.
True, they are useful. I just think we need balance.
I agree with that. Listeners at home, try making your own examples. Think of something you like, then think of someone who likes something different. Practice disagreeing politely.
It's really good practice, and sometimes it helps you avoid drama.
Yes, drama is exciting in movies, not in real life. Before we wrap up, here's a structure you can remember. Acknowledge the other person, use a soft phrase, share your opinion, offer an alternative if needed.
Like this? I see your point. I'm not sure I agree. Maybe we can try something else.
Exactly. That's the whole formula.
This was helpful. I feel less scared to disagree now.
Good. Disagreement is not a fight. It's just part of communication.
And now I have like 10 new polite phrases to use.
Keep practicing. And dear listeners, remember, polite disagreement helps you build strong, respectful relationships in English.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
And we'll see you next time.